Hello all, this is the Captain here. And this is a video request, and if you have a video request and need some guidance and wisdom, go to assholeconsulting.com, we'll take care of you. And we do it anonymously if you want. Actually, I think I just do it anonymously anyway. I just mention first names and that's about it. We have a sad video request from a young man. His English is not his native language, so please forgive his grammar and all that. But he has gone through something that is very important. And they have some other questions pertaining to his specific situation, but I do believe this is going to benefit a lot of boys, especially given the campus rape and sexual assault hysteria that's infecting the Salem witch trials. I'm sorry, American college campuses. So, Aaron, I'm a 25 years old college student majoring in accounting with a 3.6 GPA. 2 years ago, one of my former classmates in college is make a false sexual allegation against me, which I can prove that I am not guilty in the school hearing through evidence and a testify of a witness stating that I am innocent and that the person that acting like a complete cheap whore is her. And in fact, I did receive consensual blowjob from her back and fuck her sister after she leave. They both fat, but hey, heck, it's better than jerk off and it's free. He's very direct. It could be your language. Your choice of language may have gotten you into trouble a little bit, but the college I was attending is considered a women college where the majority of the students and faculty are women. Without strong evidence, I am most likely will charge for sexual harassment. I did mishandle the situation, though, a little bit by being angry and posting stuff on Facebook. I wish I was consulted with you before taking any action. Yeah, it sounds like you probably just blew a guy, and you have every right. If you're falsely accused, you come back at them and say, get the fuck out of here, blah, blah, blah. But you never benefit anything by blowing your top. You just gotta be cool and calm. No matter how bad things get, you just maintain, get rid of all emotions, and then make decisions. It's like shoot 'em up. You've ever seen the movie Shoot 'em Up? He's a great actor. He says, why don't you get angry? He says, because studies have shown that if I get angry, my brain is flooded with this chemical, which is proven to slow reaction times and the inability to shut downs your brain, and just there's no reason to. Not Buscemi. Paul Giamatti. I think that's the actor. Anyway. At this moment, did not attend the same college anymore, moved to a different college where the majority of students is male, but the trauma of being humiliated is still haunted me now. Is this because my stress from college and my decrease in self-worth? Please, what should I do to make me feel better? I have a legal name that is impossible to pronounce correctly in English. Name it the Pina Hasapelon by chance? Is having this will affect my future career. When I get hired, should I change my name? Thanks. All right, let's address this primary one, then we'll go to the other things. This is going to be a trend going on into the future, because and we could debate why. It doesn't really matter. All that matters is what is, and that is more feminists are making more inroads into the schools and making it so that an unwanted advance. We're not talking rape. We're not talking sexual assault. We're just talking a guy tries to kiss a girl at a party, or they're making that quote rape or sexual assault. And then what this does, and then it gets a lot of young boys into a lot of trouble. But here's the key thing, and every young man who's in college, and other people who should know this as well, but especially men in colleges, it's not illegal. The only, quote, source of power that this movement has comes from the schools being able to kick you out. And that's when I followed up with an email. I said, was there ever any criminal charges pressed against you? Did the police ever get involved? And the police did not. And there were no criminal charges pressed against them. So what you have to do is realize that this insanity, this power tripping, is only done at the university level, and the only way they can kick you, they have any kind of power over you, is that they kick you out of school. Like, for example, at the University of Minnesota, by law, you could carry a gun on campus. It's legal to do that. But the university, if they find out you're carrying a gun on campus, you're a student, they will kick you off. They'll kick you out of school. They can do it. It's still within your legal right to it, but they're lording that power over you. So what you boys have to do is, you might want to consider an all-male school. could definitely consider the school. Look who the deans are. Are the deans a bunch of feminist cunts? Are they a bunch of women's studies majors, sociology majors? None of them worked in the real world, right? And the risk that you have, the real risk is not even getting kicked out. You can always transfer credits otherwise. The real risk is that your credits would be rescinded or something like that. That's where you have to work. So boys, this is a very important lesson right here about not attending a school that's typically a liberal arts that headed up by, look at the deans, look at the counselors, look at who is managing this school. And if it's a bunch of political leftist feminists, you don't want to attend that school. Because they view you, I don't know why, but they view you as like a punching bag or way to get trumped up charges on sexual harassment, sexual assault, and rape. It's not worth your time and agony. And even though there were no criminal charges, there was no crime committed, the emotional stress this poor kid went through was not worth it. So that's the lesson to everybody. Now, the lesson to the client is, yeah, it sucked. You're not going through post-traumatic stress. I mean, you might be, I don't know, I don't think so. You're just naturally pissed off, as you should have every right to be. And you said, and I don't want this taken out of context. I don't want you, because you said, God, it's like, do I have mental problems because I just want to go in and shoot up everybody at the school? He says, not Joe, I wouldn't really do this. He says, I'm joking. No, that doesn't mean, dude, I want to kill everybody on the highways when I drive through traffic. Okay, it's the issue of whether you'd actually do it or contemplating or thinking of ways to do it. If you're like, fuck, I hate everybody, everyone has those days. So don't, if you're thinking about it, yeah, you better go talk to a therapist. If you're not, you're just like, fuck, I hate these people. Well, that's a natural human reaction. But still, look on the positive side. You're out of school, this one. You're in a new school. You're still going to pursue your degree. You're still going to get accounting. And your other goals to get into the Coast Guard and everything, which was set in a separate email, none of that has been affected because it did not happen. It's not on your record. You were falsely accused. And you can say there was no police report, no one ever found this. You don't even have to mention it. Just say you went to this school and they say, why'd you trade school? Say, I like the climate better over here. I heard they had a better accounting program. What, you don't have to tell them anything. You don't have to tell them about this crap. That's stuck in the university, and that's all that problem and that power, it ends at their borders. They can no longer do anything to you. And the cops sound like they've dealt with the principal, not the principal, the dean. It sounds like she's just a royal pain in the ass. They told her to go pound sand. So you're out of North Korea. You're out of that shithole. Now you're at a better school, and now you can go on. Don't let it ruin your life. I know it's easier said than done, but you know what? They didn't cause you one lick of damage, not one, and you cost them money. And what you should do is, if you really want to get back at them, mention the name of this school. Say, hey, this is where I got falsely accused. That would be a great little thing for all the men. We set up a blacklist of sorts of different universities where they just blatantly don't care about evidence. They don't care about truth or justice. They just want to punish boys, and they will go to whatever extents they can to redefine sexual assault, to make men victim, to get it fine. They want to let everybody know what school it is. But at minimum, they're not getting any more of your money. They lost a client. So that's another way to look at it. Now, as for your other questions here, you want to go and become an accountant. I'm abbreviating things. Yes, become an accountant. But you said you also wanted to join the Coast Guard. Well, shit, join the Coast Guard first and have them pay for college. And it sounds like you have an adventuresome spirit. I won't mention why you want to join the Coast Guard because it's pretty cool, but if you want to join the Coast Guard and the reasons you explain why, you want to join the Coast Guard. You don't want to become an accountant. Maybe down the road become an accountant. But yeah, get this out of your system. It sounds fun. Go join the Coast Guard. And I'm not sure if they have like regular compensation or a GI Bill like the military, but they must have some kind of compensation or some kind of program. Look into it. Enjoy your time. Work at the Coast Guard full time. Get the benefits, get the money, get everything. And then after you get out of the Coast Guard, then maybe get your bachelor's. Or while you're in the Coast Guard, go to school part time, have them pay for it while you work full time. Sounds like you would have fun there. So that's what I would do. Police chief, college name, text. I'm just trying to. No, you don't have PSTD. How do I go just back to become an asshole again? Judo, just give up for you? Yes, you could use some kind of exercise. A good martial arts would be good to discipline your anger. You got to work that out, man. Like if I went through, if anyone went through that, they're obviously going to have some leftover anger and angst. So channel that productively. Get judo, jujitsu. Just go to the gym, something. And should you change your name so it sounds more American? Yeah, just I'm not saying don't, like when you fill out legal documents, say here's my legal name, you know, because I go by this my American name, and I don't know. Like if you can have your first name if it's pronounceable or normal and have a common American last name, or if your last name is pronounceable but then you have like a first name like Steve or something. But if you really want to change your name, yeah, because it's not racism or discrimination. It's more like a pain in the ass. Like I gotta fill this out. How do I pronounce it? And that that's like one minuscule hurdle that I can see lazy HR women not wanting to interview because they don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm not joking. I can see it. So just, you know, oh yeah, don't make it Bob Jones. Make it something cool, but not so cool. Like Vincent, you know, that's kind of a cool name. Or Lance, that's kind of a cool name. Felix, I always thought Felix was kind of a cool name, a bit more older and classy. But don't, you know, Steve Stevenson or Bob Bobson. Don't, you know, it's something kind of unique, kind of cool. Anyway, terribly sorry what happened to you, but it's over. Nothing really bad happened. Nothing. I mean, you're not in jail. It wasn't a real crime. You pissed off all the right women. You cost them a client. And now just go and live your life. Just be double careful when you're dating these girls. Anyway, best of luck. Wish you the best. Toodles.